Hey there, it's Debbie Reber here, and today I'm talking about how to find a literary agent. This seems to be one of the greatest mysteries of the publishing world, and so I've got three strategies for you today. The first is kind of the most tried and true way. It's what I did back in the day, and it is to grab a hold of this book called The Writer's Guide to Literary Agents. It's a really thick tome that you will want to really pour through. It comes out every year, so it's always updated. Sometimes libraries carry them. You can grab one for I think around $20 at the bookstore on Amazon. But this lists really every agent out there, whether they're their own little boutique agency or whether they're one of many agents at a big house like William Morris. And so you really are going to want to sit down and read this baby cover to cover with your notebook and pen in hand or highlighter, and just read the descriptions of every agent. It will list who they are, what they look for. It will list books that they've published or sold in the past, and that is a really important factor. You want to know that they have a track record and that they have more specifically a track record selling books that are in your genre, so you know they have the relationships with the editors and publishers who might be interested in your book. So I would go through that book and come up with kind of your own short list, maybe 15 to 20 agents who feel like they could be a match, and then you can start soliciting them and querying them. And most of them accept simultaneous submissions. They know that you are trying to find an agent, so you don't have to send them out one at a time and wait to hear back from each one. I recommend sending out to a small handful, maybe your top picks, seeing what kind of feedback you get, and then moving on. And make sure you follow the instructions in the writer's guide about how they want to be queried. They all have kind of different ways. Typically, what you will do is send them a query email. Just realizing back in the day when I found my agent, I don't really think that anyone was even accepting things via email yet, because it was like a new technology. But now that's totally acceptable and fine for pretty much everyone in the publishing world. So just make sure that you pay attention to their specific requirements. You wouldn't normally send a whole proposal. You would pitch them the idea and say a full proposal is available for your review upon request, and then fingers crossed that they will ask to see the whole proposal. Another kind of more stealth way you can find the right agent is to start reading the acknowledgement sections of books that you love and books that have a similar readership as you see your book as having. So in the acknowledgement section, an author is going to thank their agent. So make a list of who those people are. If they've already represented a book that is very similar, chances are unless your book is in direct competition, an agent might not want to represent two authors who are kind of have the exact same specific niche. But if it's a more broad genre that they are representing, then I would say that would be a great candidate for you to consider. The third way is through writing conferences. So most regions have at least 1 to 2 decent writing conferences every year. And those conferences bring in not only editors and publishers, but literary agents. So if you have the opportunity to go to one of those conferences, those agents are there not only to share their insight, but they're fully expecting that they're going to be meeting writers who are interested. And, agents need authors to represent. It's a two-way street. Without authors, they have nothing to sell. So if there are good writing conferences near you, that would be another way to make personal contact, and then follow up down the road with that agent. Say you met them at this conference and that you'd like them to consider your book. Tune in tomorrow where I answer the question, can I turn my blog into a book? Until then, bye.